Welcome, everyone, to the Commentary Podcast. I am your host, Pat Brennan. Today on the podcast, we are going to be continuing our Millennial Icon Series with Easy A. It was released in 2010. It is written by Burt V. Royal and directed by Will Gluck. The film stars Emma Stone, Penn Badgley, Amanda Bynes, Thomas Hayden Church, Patricia Clarkson, Cam Gingadet, Lisa Kudrow, Malcolm McDowell, Ali Mashaka, and Stanley Tucci. When Olive lies to her best friend about losing her virginity to one of the college boys, a girl overhears their conversation. Soon, her story spreads across the entire school like wildfire. Joining me, as always, for this Millennial Icon Series is my co-host and best friend, Tony. I will drop all of his info in the episode description, so please go give him a follow and check him out. Now, I'm going to be watching the Blu-ray copy I have of Easy A. Unfortunately, it is not available to stream for free anywhere, but you can rent it on Amazon, Apple, and Fandango at home for $4. I say we get things kicked off. We are going to be pressing play on Easy A, and I hope you do as well. In 3, 2, and 1.
What's up, Millennial Icons?
Tony, do you have a pocket full of sunshine?
I feel like I got a love, and I know that it's all mine.
Hey.
In all seriousness, welcome back, everyone, to the Millennial Icon Series.
We're back. We're back again in Ojai, California. In Ojai, California.
On a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest. How excited are you for this?
Honestly, when we rewatch this movie is so underrated. Like, it is so underrated in how it depicts high school. And I feel like people, I mean, I graduated high school when this movie came out. I think it came out in what? It came out in June of this year? Let me
Came
see.
out in 2010,
So I
so
was
yeah.
a freshman in college. I literally just started my freshman year of college. So,
Yeah, it came out, I think, in September.
mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I had
September.
just started my freshman year.
So we both
Um,
have different experiences with it because this came out sophomore year for me. I was in the thick of it and you
mhm,
just got out of it.
mhm. But I think whenever I rewatch this, I think it's so underrated in what it's like trying to say c
Absolutely.
compared to like because I think me and you compared this to Mean Girls a lot because it has like the same vibe as Mean Girls, but it's not at all. And I think it actually deals with way more of a serious issue than Mean Girls does.
You remember whenever I was talking about how that intro to the plastics feeling like Shakespearean or some kind of like classic novel that's like imperative
Hmm.
for every teen to read whenever they're growing up. Very much the same thing. This is inspired by the Scarlet Letter, not an
Yeah. Hmm.
adaptation, but very teen comedy adaptation coded. Just a little quip right here. I love how the story gets continued on through, or the introduction is through the webcam. It's a little
Hmm.
foreshadowing right here. Not being helpful at all, her best friend.
Well,
But
wasn't she just cast in a White Lotus? Is that Ali Mashaka? Is that her name? Was she cast in White Lotus? Or is
I
that her
think
sister?
so. Oh, no, no, no. You're thinking about her sister,
Her
AJ. I
sister. Okay,
believe
okay.
AJ Mishaka.
Hmm.
But again, the introduction with the webcam and that being a
Hmm.
continuous thing through the story, we're gonna get a lot into screenplay with this one. I'm really excited to talk about
Hmm.
screenplay, and then we're gonna talk about just that thing you always say. I forget it all the time until you say it while it's happening, pacing.
Hmm.
But yeah, inspired by the Scarlet Letter, not an adaptation, but very teen comedy adaptation coded. I mean, if we're all being honest here, have you read the Scarlet Letter? Was that like a,
I mean, it was required reading in what, eighth grade, maybe? Ninth
but did
grade?
we read it?
Did I read it? No, I had Spark
You
Notes.
use Goodreads and Cliff Notes? Yeah.
That's the thing. Like that's the thing when I would go to like a Barnes and Noble now when they have like the books out, like classics that you should be reading or you should have read by now.
Mm,
And you have like the
mm.
Odyssey there, obviously with Nolan. Like Odyssey's coming out, is on the table. Scarlet Letter's on the table. Scarlet Letter's it's also a banned book. Um, that's also what I love about Barnes and Noble is if you go into a Barnes and Noble sometimes they'll have the banned book section and you're like hell yeah. That because those are the books you should read. The banned
There's
books, read those books.
There is something quite magical about going into a Barnes and Noble with your best friend, with your vanilla bean frappuccino, looking at all the
Mm.
books, looking at all the dirty books.
And
Um,
during a Criterion sale, maybe.
and yeah, and a Criterion cell. I would say that from the very get-go, even with the introduction of Rhiannon's parents, this film is letting you know, like, hey, you think this is like a PG-13 teen comedy, but the
Mm.
topic here and what's going on with these teens, I'm going to be saying these teens a lot. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's very adult and raunchy. We're going to talk about casting a lot too. Man, I'm just so excited to get into this, but
Mm-hmm.
let's go ahead with the
But
most
did you
iconic
oh, yep.
teaser.
Oh, yeah, this is for those listening, this is to me the greatest teaser of all time. It's just this scene. If you're
This is the
watching right now.
lie. This is the
Yeah,
lie. This is
this
the
is it.
entire lie.
This is it. And if you saw the Instagram post, we may have posted that card. But
Yeah,
honestly, like
I made that
if
from
this was
scratch.
a this teaser trailer, like if we ever met Emma Stone and talked to her, I'd be like, I'm gonna be honest, the Easy A teaser trailer is the greatest thing ever created. I gotta.
You know, want to know a fun fact? So she, of course, was really well known for Zombieland. Not as well known. She was new to fame, but she had to drop out of
Zombieland was 2009, right?
Sucker Punch, not Sucker Punk, Sucker Punch. She had to drop out of
Hmm.
Sucker Punch to star in this, and thank God, you know.
Honestly, that might have been her greatest decision she's ever made in her career.
Hmm. So
'Cause
this
she did
film,
obviously super bad, and then she did because Zombieland was 2009, right?
Superbad, Zombieland,
And
then
then
Easy A.
this, yeah, okay.
Hmm. Very comedic run from the get-go.
Mhm.
Imagine being, imagine her doing the films that she is now, and then been thinking back and be like, man, what a career, what a career. What I wanted to
Yeah.
say was that Rhiannon from the get-go is she is so sex positive, and you can tell.
Hmm.
But as soon as there is like the like possibility that her best friend is starting to dabble in sex on
Hmm.
the weekends away from her and not telling her about it, it's like it's very I need to know everything now. Like you're my best friend, you have to tell me every single thing about it. She
Yeah.
makes up a lie.
Hmm.
'Cause
I
why
mean, it's
not?
interesting too. Like, it switches to handheld here. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's not stationary.
Well,
It's
it's
more
like that thing.
and very close up. Very close up.
It's like that thing you say whenever there's different opposing sides, they're not in the same frame anymore. They're
Hmm.
on opposite ends. They're not on the same page, if that makes
Hmm.
sense. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, so obviously this whole film is centered around a teenage girl's sex life, and it is very it's very much about that. So in press, now we're gonna hit this pretty early on. You remember those really weird Anne Hathaway and Scarlett Johansson interviews that came out like at the very early 2010s, like pretty much the late 2000s? They were doing films like the Dark Knight
Hmm.
Rises, and for Scarlett Johansson, it was like the Avengers films.
Hmm.
Um, Emma Stone dealt with a lot of weird interview questions about her costumes in this film, and they even
Hmm.
asked the filmmakers about it, and they said some pretty racy things about like, oh, she looked good in those.
Oh.
So, on behalf on of all those journalists that asked you those weird questions, Emma Stone, I'm sorry. It was
Yeah, I didn't
just
know that. Oh, I did not
you
know that.
didn't. Oh man,
No.
it's pretty rough to look
I
at.
do. I do know
It's
that one Anne Hathaway interview. I think it was for that movie, 1 year, I think.
mm,
And the guy asked her like about her weight, and she was like,
yeah.
"Wow, what a
Are you
very
trying to lose
forward."
weight? Yeah.
Yeah, and she was like, "Oh my, you did not just ask me that question." Yeah.
Yeah, I feel
Mm,
like whenever I mean, it's just like any kind of like publication getting started at the very beginning, there's going to be some hiccups here and there, but
yeah.
you know, it's crazy how talent is still going through that same kind of, routine whenever they come out with a film.
Hmm.
I
I
joked
think it's
with
just I think it's
I
just kind
joked
of
with
crazy
we're
that
both so
like
excited.
we're about to we're so excited. We're so excited. I think it's just kind of crazy like seeing where Emma Stone has like come from going from Superbad, Zombieland, like starting in comedy. And I think like the early like she obviously did Crazy Stupid Love, which might hit eventually. Crazy Stupid Love, great film. But then it's crazy to think that she is now like considered probably one of the best actors of all time. But two Academy Awards, like, I mean,
I
like,
mean, pop culture iconography at its finest to think that we are getting entertained by this actor that was doing the same exact thing for us in high school. It's crazy to think
hmm
about. It's crazy that she was nominated for a lead or was it supporting or lead? Do I have
for
memory problems for this year?
so she was lead for
Yeah.
Begonia. Like,
So
yeah.
to be in the Academy Awards for lead actress, and then we're covering this. Shout out to Amanda Bynes. She's on your screens right
Yeah.
now.
Is her last performance, right?
Last
Yeah.
performance. We'll hit all the good notes about these
hmm
characters. There's so much to dive into here. So want to take a guess at how much this made at the box office?
I'm gonna guess it made 55 million.
Not too far off. So on an $8 million budget, this topped
Nice.
out 75 million. It was
Hell
a
yeah. Hit it. That's a
success.
hit. That's a
A
fucking hit.
success, absolute
hmm
success. I mean, everything about this film is right between a mainstream film, like your Mean Girls, and
hmm
then in between, like a cult classic, like
hmm
for example, something like super super racy and raunchy and sexy. It's the sweet spot, is what I like to call it.
hmm
Easy A is a
Yeah.
sweet spot. Shout out to the Pussycat Dolls, don't ya?
This girl right here is in another movie that I think is actually kind of funny. It's one of the last like raunchy comedy eras. Have you ever seen Fired Up?
Oh yeah. So fun fact.
She's the younger sister in Fired Up.
Fun fact, one of the filmmakers made Fired Up before Easy A.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I love Fired Up. I think
Yeah.
Fired Up's
Oh,
hilarious.
no, Fired Up's great. I have to agree with you. You know what film, because I was thinking about, I mean, all this nostalgia play has been just so fun with
I
you,
think we just
and
found another Millennial Icon movie in Fired Up.
there is something very therapeutic about what we are doing with the Millennial Icon series. I
Mm,
hope soon that we find more listeners that check this out. Um,
mm.
But what I was going to say was that the graduating film for me was I don't know if you remember the one with the superheroes on Disney Channel.
Was it
Sky
no
High.
Sky High? Yes, I
It
have that
was
on
Sky
DVD. I
High.
have that on
Okay, so
DVD.
I went from Sky High, Patrick, and I graduated to, sorry, I just dinged my mic there. Graduated to American Pie. What a step.
Yeah,
What a
that's a step.
step.
Sky High is great. That's a great film.
Do you want to talk about Olive's parents now? You want to save it for later
Mm.
whenever things get serious?
Um, I think we could just talk about how, honestly, is this the best Stanley Tucci's ever looked in a movie?
The Stanley Tucci effect is in full effect here, and I'll
hmm
just piggyback on what you say. Honestly, best set of parents in a teen comedy ever?
Honestly, if these are my parents, like, I think I would have the greatest life ever. Like, they're
They
the
would
coolest
be.
parents in the entire world. Like, literally
They
the coolest
would
parents.
they would be the parents in an intelligent teen comedy, and that is exactly what Easy A is. Notice how her
hmm
wardrobe starts to change a little bit here. She's got a
Yeah.
gold chain, she's wearing a black tank, no jacket,
hmm Shooting her
and
further back now. Shooting her further back.
further
Can see
back.
more of her body now.
Yeah, exactly.
hmm
She's being sexualized more little by
Yep.
little, and
hmm
just yesterday she was literally a wallflower, literally
Yep.
just another person who wasn't having sex. There's nothing interesting about her, but now
hmm
that there's this chatter around, I joked with Pat. Whenever we did the rewatch, that all of that running around the school, all the different shots of people like gossiping, I was like, kind of reminds me of some places that we used to be.
No,
But
it does. It does.
it's
Incredibly
it
underrated actor here with Thomas Hayden Church. Very underrated actor. Very
I
underrated.
love how he doesn't go for that. So in the script, his original name was Mr. Griffin, but it's small change. It's very small change, but it makes all the difference because it adds a little bit of not bite, maybe.
Hmm.
Will Gluck changed it to Mr. Griffith. And
Mm.
I don't know if in and ith or is like there's something there, but there's a lot of small changes in the original screenplay for this that just kind of take it to that next level.
You know where my mind
Um,
just went? My mind
mm,
went to Family Guy with Griffins, and maybe because I mean Family Guy was huge at this point. Maybe that's
pro
why.
Probably, there probably was a little bit of less I don't want to say class or like kind of
Hmm.
like Griffith is a little just kind of just a
Yeah.
couple steps up there as far as like
Mm.
maybe, he is educated higher than just like, going to college. Maybe he went to
Hmm.
grad school.
Yeah.
Um a
But I
lot
do
of the
recommend Sideways that he's in with Paul Giamatti.
Sideways.
Great film. Great film. Yeah.
Nice, nice.
He's also Sandman
Um
in Spider-Man 3. So that's him. Yep. That's Thomas Hayden Church. Incredible
if
actor.
you are
Very underrated actor.
if you're just listening to the episode, my mouth just dropped and my
He's
brain
Sandman.
literally just went, damn.
That's
Okay, okay,
Sandman.
okay, okay, okay. Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Because I remember
Um,
though, in the No Way Home things were happening. There were rumors that he was gonna appear as Sandman. Did he didn't appear as
wow.
Sandman, right? Did he? I don't remember. That was that movie
He
one time.
he did. Now you're just fucking with
Okay.
me. All right.
No, because Jamie
So
Foxx was in it. Jamie Foxx was in it. That's what it was. That's what they did. They went Andrew Garfield route, I think.
so as I was saying, Will
Sorry. Sorry to
Gluck. No,
derail that
no,
conversation.
don't be sorry. I love that. There's like little quips like that. I think you just blew
Mm,
some other people's minds
I probably
too. I
did. Yeah, I think I did. Yeah.
Um, so Will Gluck, he revised a lot of the script. Mind-bending alterations that overall contribute to the film's legs, as a
Hmm.
whole 16 years later. Um, I mean, the criticisms this film receives, I know, right? This film received criticisms. Wow. Surprise,
Wow. It's like the
surprise.
Scarlet Letter. Wow. Wow.
Are you ready
Received
for it?
criticism.
Here's a criticism.
Okay.
Teens don't talk like this.
No. Yeah.
That's the
That's like
only criticism that this film
that's like
receives.
me watching Gilmore Girls. No one talks like this, but this is incredible. Like, come on.
I mean, teens may not talk like this, but what these teen characters in this film are talking about, that is
Mm,
true. Because go back to what was it, 2008 for you, sophomore year, 2010 for me,
hmm.
sophomore year. What were our friends obsessed with about us, about our identity? Who or if we were having sex and who we were having sex
Yeah.
with. Let's start
It's
getting into that
yeah. I mean,
conversation.
it's literally like it's the height of social media. Like this is a movie. The height of social media is this, and I mean, we can relate it to 2010 film that came out this year, Social Network. What do they say in that?
Hmm.
They say the same exact thing you literally just said. Who are you
Yeah.
hooking up with and who are you having sex with? That's basically what it is. Who are you having
Yeah.
sex with? Literally.
And I'm gonna refrain just for, I guess, the audience that this film will attract, just because we are, I want to stay in the vein of like, potentially maybe somebody that is entering their late teens is going to put this
Hmm.
on. I'll say having sex instead of, effing or something like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, all of our friends, I mean, you can confirm it, I can confirm it, any teenager can confirm it. Everybody just talks about having
Yeah.
sex.
Yeah.
It's the topic of the town. It literally
Hmm.
is all you talk about from morning to when you go to bed.
If you're
And
15 and up, yeah, it's sex.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
Hmm.
part of growing up that those hormones are insane. But it's like so far in the film, you get a good sense of all of it. If you cut off the film right here, she's not inauthentic. She's not pandering anybody. She's toying with people. She's kind of dicking around
Mm-hmm.
with her entire student body and the principal
Mm-hmm.
and the teachers, but she's not like pandering anybody. She's being real. And I
Mm-hmm.
feel like that's a real big element to Easy A and why it's been prolonged into 2026 is that this is awesome.
Yeah. No, I think it's like a thing too where it's like there's always the person if you have like a friend group, there's always a person in the friend group that is not like they don't take sex seriously, as in like it's kind of like a joke in a sense. And I think that's what
Mm,
Olive kind of is representing, as in why is sex such a big thing in high school and obviously going into college is like you have to have some sort of sexual encounter or else you're not like ready for college. It's like that's like kind of the era of like I feel like what we grew up in was like if you didn't have that, you're not ready for college yet. And I think her, especially with her parents, you look at them, I can just immediately say like they grew up in the 70s. They know exactly what's going on in the entire
oh,
world.
they
They
definitely hung out
they
with
were at
Leonardo
Woodstock.
DiCaprio's
They were at
parents.
Woodstock. They were
Definitely
at
hung out with Leo's
Woodstock.
parents.
Yeah.
That kind of vibe for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, to piggyback off of what you're saying, yeah, absolutely. Same experience with me. It was all
Hmm.
about like, hey, have you watched porn yet? Have you
Yeah, it's like,
talked
hmm,
to girls? Are you, what are you? Have you had
yeah,
sex?
hmm. And it's kind of like a thing where it's like, and that's why, like we were saying earlier, like these books are in the banned section, like a Scarlet Letter. It's like if you are like openly sexual like that, you'll have a red letter A on you, as in like, oh wow, like that's who that person is. And that's why like her parents kind of here are like they're pretending to be shocked about stuff because it's like that's what just life is. It's like, hey, people listen to this. People have sex. Like, that's just like that's just how it is.
I
Like,
think what's the most authentic about the relationship between Olive and her parents is that Olive obviously knows what sex is, how
yeah,
things work. Her
obviously, yeah.
parents have obviously taught her what that
Hmm.
is. But where it just really, really shines is that they know their daughter. They know that
Yeah.
she's not having sex. They know that,
Hmm.
oh, me not having a boyfriend wouldn't be like the worst thing in the world. Like this comedy here works. The actor that plays Brandon is Dan Bird. I was gonna
Hmm.
shout him out. I don't know if you've ever seen The Hills Have Eyes.
He's like an actor that had his like moment, I would say, like in that late in
Yeah.
early 2010s to like late 20 like late 2000s, early 2010s. Like there was another what was the other movie he was in that I like?
While you're looking it up, I was just gonna shout him out for having a stellar performance in that. I wish he would have returned to horror, but that's what I saw him in first before this, and I think he doesn't overplay the gay character so well. And yet again, Millennial Icon listeners,
Hmm.
another positive gay character that came out of Damien's role in Mean Girls, very
Hmm.
safe and comforting, comedic, very comedic. Did you find the film?
Honestly, I think it was The Hills Have Eyes.
You're a mess. Um, I love how they instantly connect through their detention like interaction. But what they're all talking about here is real. I mean, it's the same thing that you and I are talking about. Like maybe our peers, are onto something, pretending to be
Hmm.
somebody that they're not, or like
Yeah.
just, maintaining this status of like just performing for everybody
Hmm.
around you instead of being authentic. I mean, I was thinking about like before watching this, I was like, man, I'm really lucky that I get to be myself around somebody and never have to just like put on a show or anything. Maybe that's
Hmm.
why our episodes just, are really
Hmm.
authentic.
Well, I think it's like too, it's like this film was saying how performative people are and how fake people can be. And you can create this image of especially in the social media area, you can create this image of fakeness. Like it's all fake. That's just how it is. It's all fake. But I told you I've never driven up to a cliff and sat on a car like this. I kind of always wanted to do that.
From a filmmaking standpoint, it looks amazing.
No one does this anymore. No one does this in
I
movies anymore. Let's drive up to a cliff and sit on a car.
I'll say one more thing and then I'll let you kind of cook on some of the lighting during this first act. Um what is very special about this film for me is there's a lot of things, but I'll start with like I guess part one in act one was that this film makes you think. And
Hmm.
that is a big part of what is missing in modern TV and film. I mean,
Hmm.
I'm sure both you and I watched this whenever we were our ages in 2010, and we both kind of stood around the
18.
room
I was
and looked
18.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Hmm.
16, you're 18, and we were both like, "Damn, should I like really care about what people think about me?" It's like a definitive question. It continues your maturing into your
Hmm.
adulthood. But enough serious stuff. I'll let Pat kind of break down some lighting for you.
I think I wish there's one listener that has been here from the very beginning and could mention how many times in over 100 episodes I've mentioned lighting in movies. Because every single time we watch like a movie that is made what? I guess before 2010, 2010 and back, what like compared to Netflix lighting, streaming lighting, any lighting today, why don't movies look at Patricia Clarkson here. Look at like she's completely lit. The entire like completely lit. There is clearly a light hitting her face right there.
Can you break down for our listeners how they exactly do that? There's definitely a light at the bottom of
So
Dan
what they'll
Bird's
do,
feet, right?
so what they'll do there is they'll have so right here, there's Emma Stone as the backlight on her there. But when they'll have that light below him, there's someone usually will have a reflector that could
Mm-hmm.
be laying down that's just reflecting the light up to him. Usually you have a basic camera setup. You'd have a backlight and a key light. So you'd have a backlight behind them in some sort of area. And right here, they're kind of like would be blowing out the windows. So the key light would be to his left. So that's what's making that light on his face would be the key light, but they right on her face, but they have backlighting. And sometimes they will have a reflector so that like say in the lens that they can see the monitor, he's not fully lit or she's not fully lit. They'll have someone either below them or to the side of them reflecting that light so it's hitting their face. And I feel like that is now a lost thing. I don't think they do that shit anymore.
So for the exterior, is that a crane during the middle of the day?
Yes, and maybe no. So it's like, so this is, I can see outside that they're actually using a house. So they actually shot this in a house because I can see like the leaves moving in the background. What they'll tend to do is usually normally they would usually do is they would have this on a set and what you would blow out the windows you're basically just blasting light in so you can technically shoot it at any time of the day and you can control the lighting as in this is going to be oh this is 2 o'clock in the afternoon or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's going to always be 3 o'clock in the afternoon for 6 hours because we're blowing the light into the window. The lighting doesn't change. They're using somewhat of natural light outside, but also using a spotlight coming in, and they could be on a crane using that light. They're also using that same light to come in here. And it's kind of like lighting that just, I feel like died during this era. Like it just, you watch this film and you compare it to any other comedy that comes out now, like this is shot so much better than anything that you see today. Just
I
and it's not even like incredible cinematography. It looks basic, but you're like, why does this look so much better than anything I watched today when it comes to just general anything? It looks better.
I agree it looks beautiful. So Emma Stone narrating the film like kind of helps you walk through like the sticky terrain of like
Hmm.
Olive's lies. and makes her like I feel like the narrating through the webcam kind of is a way to like make for the audience to make their way through this little lie journey that she does.
Hmm.
I was just watching this sequence and I was thinking I'd be like, this is like good Gregoraki introduction because it is super, super racy and like I can just like see a parent now being like, you want to watch Easy A? No, absolutely not. That film has sex in
Hmm.
it. There is this like there is this so obviously as a country we are going back in time very quickly. There is this now for me personally, I feel it's like this resurgence of like ooh sex bad ooh if we don't talk
Hmm.
about sex like we won't have it like kind of thing.
Hmm.
And I feel like there's like a lot of miseducation about stuff and like this is how like unwanted pregnancies and STDs get spread, but
Hmm.
that's just me. But um up Melody Boss Sticks Party.
This actor was in, or his act was in some stuff. I forget her name though. Let me look at her.
Some like some television, you think?
I think some TV. Yeah, I think
Mm.
her name was like. Let's see. Yeah, she's in like oh, that's what that Quantico show. It was on like ABC like 10 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think of whenever didn't Scream 4 come out this year as well?
I think Scream 4
2010.
was 2011, I think.
I feel
Yeah,
like
2011.
this was what the like lighting aspect was going for with
Mm-hmm.
Scream, but something happened with that filter and it just ended up kind of
Yeah, they added a
overblowing
very
it.
glossy, melodramatic filter on.
Yeah. It was very Pretty Little
I think Wes was
Liars.
he was trying to like change, I guess, the dynamic of
Hmm.
Scream in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, this scene here too is also like your. I think this is like it's perfectly that it's behind closed doors because this scene can be attributed to literally today in 2026. Like this is the
Hmm.
lie behind closed doors of like of social media, a fake persona behind a closed door.
Hell yeah, clock it. I mean, this is exactly what people do. I mean,
Hmm.
you're doing one thing behind the
Hmm.
closed door, and then outside you're telling everyone something completely opposite.
Hmm.
It's, you know, and there's I think Olive's biggest flaw technically as a character. I mean, that's for me, that's not a big flaw. That's like her one of her strengths. Like the worst things about Olive are also like the greatest things about her as well, which is like
Hmm.
this is all really really funny, but she's protecting a gay guy from getting beat up
Hmm.
in high school.
Yeah. Hmm.
And this is how
Yeah,
you
for being
how
yeah,
she's doing
for being beat
it.
up. Yeah. It's just funny that they're all like, if I was standing behind this door, I'd be like, "There's no way this is all happening right now." Like, immediately that fast.
I would just be
Like,
like, okay,
yeah, I'd be like, "I'm
sure.
sure, guys, they're having sex. I'm sure they are."
I literally just make it like a whole production too. Like this is like their perception of sex. Like it
Yeah.
sounds like this.
Hmm.
And the
And
moaning's like that loud.
she has like what, like the leopard dress on, like she's a cougar in a sense. Like,
Yeah, it's like dominatrix kind of thing.
yeah.
Just
Hmm.
it's I mean they're giving them a show though. That's
Yeah.
why
Hmm.
Olive knows exactly what to do. Is she knows that she has to do it here. It has to be over the top, or her. I mean, let's call it like it is. Her dumb student body, her peers like won't
Hmm.
believe it.
It's just like I think it just shows, especially the shot of them all on the door. It's like that just shows how like sex obsessed people are, and like they're even gonna listen to something that they can't even see.
Yeah. I mean, it's absolutely insane. Just like as a, I guess I don't want to say like society. It feels like too like the I guess just like in like our small like sub community or sub communal groups of people, we are just very intrigued by like, I mean, we just saw the drama. I mean,
Hmm.
we're all intrigued by like controversy and like wanting to know like the air quote the tea and
Hmm.
uh like just like these weird facets of like private information that nobody should really know.
Yeah. And like as soon as he leaves the room, he's the man. Like, oh, you're the man, dude.
Oh yeah, this is very I mean, let me give Greta Gerwig her flowers. Very Ken and the other Kens related.
Yeah. But then like as soon as she leaves the room, the girls all judge her like.
Hmm. Yeah, oh yeah, they give her that look. I
Yeah.
mean, as I mean, we can call that out too. We can go ahead. Why is it okay for guys to like have sex with multiple partners and be
I think it's yeah,
promiscuous
it's like I
and
guess
and
like
women can't?
the question is like why can guys be a slut but girls can't? That's the question.
I
Literally.
mean, you said it, not me. I
Yeah.
there is this just there is this sense of like hyper masculine like my dong is bigger now because like
Mm-hmm.
I've had this much sex or like I've hooked up with this many people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to refrain from using like harsh terms to like bring lightness
Mm-hmm.
into this episode. Real quick, I just wanted to say from a screenplay aspect, she was narrating right there. I think it's super important for the screenplay to take out we. It's a small change, but it makes Olive feel like she's talking to us instead of the
Mm-hmm.
student body who she's really talking to,
Mm-hmm.
if you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I back to what we were saying. Yeah, it is really weird that guys get to be so sex positive and
Yeah.
broadcasted and highlighted and even in breakups they get
Mm-hmm.
to be the messy ones, but we have this like really warped like these societal norms that like women are crazy like if they break up with a guy or like if they have
Mm-hmm.
their fun era like they're being
Yeah.
crazy. I hate
Mm-hmm.
that so much.
Yeah, it's like if you're a guy that's doing if you were a guy in this scenario, you'd be the coolest guy in the world. Everyone would be like, that guy's the man.
Oh yeah, having
But
sex with a college girl. Oh yeah,
yeah. But if
absolutely.
you're and then obviously if you're Olive in this scenario, it's everyone judges you, but the guys are cool. And I think that's just like that's still society today. That's just it's still how this is today. And like if you go literally watch this right now and it still is relevant in 2026. This entire the Scarlet Letter was written in what? Let me see when the actual book was written. Like
While
there's a
you're doing
reason
that,
why this book it was written in 1850. There's a reason why this book is still banned because it's still very relevant to society. Like
it
you're wearing
is.
the red letter A. Like it's you're scarring yourself in society because society is judging you.
Rhiannon is officially jealous. She has
Hmm.
the beehive has like officially fell down and she's like
Hmm.
coming out to sting. Her friend is officially like as sexy as her, as, promiscuous and open, fluid. So she's just coming out like this was really shocking. Like whenever I was younger and saw this, I was like, I can't believe her best friend is like talking to her like that. I mean, Ali Mashaka
Hmm.
does great here. Also, the grain on the screen during her
Hmm.
shots is great.
And if you notice, a lot of the times when they're having their conversations, they're all shot very close up because that's her best friend.
Hmm.
And he shoots them very, very close up.
Hmm. Yeah. Now, is she being is she being a little thematic, dramatic here? Absolutely.
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
think
She's
it's like
being very impulsive.
at this point you just embrace it as in like, yeah, everyone's already talking about me, so like whatever. Like I'm
Yeah.
gonna be this person, like whatever.
Now we're about to hit one of my favorite sequences ever, but also this conversation between Stanley Tucci. By the way, her parents' names are Dill and what is her mom's name? Rosemary and Dill. But let's continue to talk about Stanley Tucci. Give him hell. Like as a parent, like seeing your kid go through it and like you just like knowing like something's off
Hmm.
instead of being like, well, is it your fault or is it, you know, can we intervene and fix it? It's like, no,
Hmm.
it's like, I know my daughter. She's gonna give him hell. This is one of my
Yeah.
favorite sequences of all time.
I mean, I think this is like kind of the iconic part of this movie is a scene right here.
Absolutely.
Minus the Pocket Full of Sunshine, but
All the side characters' reactions too are so great.
yeah. I mean, at this point, it's like her embracing like she's the Scarlet Letter of the high school. Like that's her.
Mhm.
Like just embrace it.
And it all speared from Rhiannon and um I don't want to say her name, Amanda Bynes. Marianne. It all
Hmm.
speared from Rhiannon and Marianne. It's they they smelled blood in the water and they went for it.
Hmm. And then Amanda Bynes' character is not even in the movie that much up until this moment. She's was in like the beginning and like another scene, but she really hasn't been in it that much up to this point.
Yeah,
And obviously
I
she becomes in like a little bit here, but it's she's not even in it that much up until this point.
there she is.
Yeah, right now. There she is right there.
Mr. Griffin's like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah. What are you doing? He says, what are you doing?
Man, um, we'll get into a little bit of Marianne's character as she gets a little deeper into the film. I feel like she is very much in Act Two. Act One was more like,
Hmm.
um, and that's the other thing about this. This pacing is incredible. It feels weird to
Hmm.
like say Act One, Act Two, Act Three, but this film is so innovative in the sense that like Amanda's Bynes character. Let's talk about it. The film turns the alpha female upside down and
Hmm.
turns Marianne, this Jesus freak stereotype, into the alpha girl, alpha mean girl,
Hmm.
and her troop, her Karen and Gretchen, are a congregation.
Hmm.
I
This guy,
mean,
this guy was in a movie called like Never Back Down. I think it was like a fighting movie. I
Never
forget.
Back. I love Never Back Down. I remember that movie. Yeah, I remember
It
that.
was like a street. It was like
He's
street fighting,
also
like boxing.
he's also in Twilight.
He's in Twilight. Yeah, he is in Twilight. But yeah, this is your like transition to like you haven't really seen like who her character is yet. And then
Hmm.
after she fully becomes like, oh, I'm wearing the Scarlet Letter now, and then we see this type of like people in high school that are super like, I guess it's not like super religious, but like very like contained of, I guess, who they are, and they're like
Misguided, I'd say.
yeah, it's like, but it's like it's completely opposite of what she's doing, but she's obviously not doing this stuff, but then you have this group of other people that are this same judgmental way of like a normal person in the school being like, oh yeah, she's like the girl that's doing all this stuff with the guys. But then you have the religious group that is like, we're gonna judge you because we're super religious, and that's why we're judging you because of that, because of our religion. And she's getting now more of just like basic stuff, but also now you have like the aspect of like it's what is it like the moral standpoint of it at that point is in like, is she religious? And if she is, what is she? I don't know how to word
No, no,
it
no, no.
correctly. Yeah,
You are going. You're stay on that.
mm-hmm.
Stay. You're onto something there
Because like
because it.
there's a reason why they introduced Amanda Bynes' character again at that point.
Like
Like,
reintroduce.
yeah,
Yes.
there's a
So
reason why they're doing that.
if I may, I'll kind of help
Hmm.
guide you that way because I want to tip it over into the basketball hoop. We're almost there. What you're saying is that I mean, I'd say I'd feel comfortable. It isn't just Christians anymore. It isn't just, Jesus freaks or how
It's all
this.
religion.
No, literally, whenever we grow up, it's so crazy. Even like if you have boys that you're raising boys,
Mm-hmm.
parents like tell you like this is a real thing that like needs to stop, especially with young girls because it messes with their confidence and like how their self-worth.
Hmm.
We are taught from a very young age, like 16 years old, like when I was watching this movie, and then you, 18, we're taught that girls are whores if they have sex over and over and over and over again, if they keep using their bodies with different men.
Hmm.
And that's so, excuse my language here. I mean, I am watching my language in this episode, but no, that is fucked up. And for if a guy
Hmm.
does it, if a guy puts his thing in
Hmm.
multiple people. It doesn't have to just be girls. It can be multiple people.
Yeah.
If a
Mhm.
guy does it, he's celebrated. That's
Yeah.
so fucked
He's
up.
cool. He's the cool man on the campus.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know what, you know what show tackled this? Boy Meets World. They did an episode on this. They did it. It's the same thing. It's the same exact thing. Like,
You know what? Where's Mr. Feeney?
there's just the premise of that episode was Corey and Topanga fell asleep at school and they slept there through the night.
Hmm.
The next morning was they asked Corey, "Hey, are you the man?" And he's like, "I guess I'm the man because I slept with the girl, but we didn't do anything, but I slept right next to her." And you know what the premise of
Yeah.
that episode was? You know what they were reading in class?
The Scarlet Letter.
They were reading the Scarlet Letter.
Absolutely. There and here and it's like almost like a reintroduction of like the first act. It's kind
Hmm.
of like
The same technique of they going through the school. Yeah.
a Back to the Future, if you will.
Yeah.
Going back to like
You
the
redo it
start.
again. You need to redo it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're mortified that even like if there is like a hint of truth into what Olive is doing, this girl that they've gone to school with for so long. I mean, like, I feel like you don't know people in high school, but like you know their face. You've been
Yeah.
around them and you
Hmm.
like like you probably like recognize their mom at the grocery store or something.
Hmm.
But they all just kind of turn her into like a tabloid, like a TMZ kind of thing.
Yeah.
But Amanda Bynes playing Marianne with this like misguided faith and morals, like it's
Hmm.
supposed to make the audience hate her. But unfortunately, and I always get emotional when I'm talking about Amanda Bynes because I do care about her so much and very vital part of my childhood. Um, Her performance in this is so charismatic that it is
Hmm.
impossible to hate her.
I mean, we started with She's the Man with Amanda Bynes
Hmm.
as the first
Yeah,
millennial icon. So
yeah. I just wanted to say that. I just beat it, Issy. Um,
beat it.
I just wanted to just kind of call that out and like if anybody does have a issue with this film, like oh Amanda Bynes is in it and she's actually not really even that mean. It's and you don't think she is because she had that much charisma and
Hmm.
Hollywood took it from her.
I wonder how much they had to
Anyway,
pay for all these
anyway.
John Hughes films, images.
I actually have this like really cheesy thing that I was gonna say whenever Ferris Bueller came on. Ferris Bueller taught us that life moves fast. Olive teaches us that your life is nobody's goddamn business.
Hmm.
Would you agree?
I would agree. I would. I think that's what this is saying, and especially with her webcam confessional, which no one has this anymore. But essentially, she's saying like, what I did is none of your business. And
Mm-hmm.
but in high school, it is kind of that thing. It is kind of high school is like everybody's business. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody knows everything that's going on. Even
It's
the teachers act, the teachers know what's going on. They hear kids talking. Like
it's
they know what's going
actually
on.
there is a lot of truth into that, like it's a small world thing, like
Hmm.
it is truly a the in your world gets smaller and smaller and smaller as you get older. That's something
Hmm.
that both
Yeah.
you and I can attest to. But the whole film is a balancing act in the thrill of carrying out a lie. So this is all fun for Olive right now, but obviously like we're all like, hey bestie, red flags all around, all around.
Hmm.
um and she's constantly grappling with caring about other people around her too much. Like she's this person who doesn't care about what people think, but also at the same time she does care about these people, but she doesn't care
Yeah.
about what they think, but she cares about them.
Hmm. Especially like she cares about. I mean, it's obviously seen later in the film here, but she cares about him as a teacher. Like she cares about what she
Oh, Mr.
eventually
Griffith,
finds.
yeah.
Yeah, she eventually finds out and is like, I need to tell him like what's going on. Like,
Mm-hmm. You
yeah.
blew my mind with that Spider-Man thing, man. I can't get, I can't
Sandman.
unsee it now. For me, there were two different people in the world, but now I'm just like, I don't know about anything anymore. Do I even like movies? I'm just kidding,
This
but
is only 3 years later. This is only 3 years later. Spider right there is 2007, I think.
I think in this part of the film, it's like trying to expose some of like the innards part like of Olive, and like what are like some of the worst things about her, but it's like that thing like her caring too much about people, that's her bad trait. Okay.
Hmm. Yeah. But I think that's like the point. It's like she's gonna wear she's gonna wear the scarlet letter for the people she cares about. She'll take the blame
Yeah. Yes.
for it.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, we have
She'll
to
take,
talk about that.
and that's what kind of happens here. And like, obviously, you're introducing Lisa Kudrow, what, an hour into the movie, and you're kind of like, oh yeah, I forget Lisa Kudrow's in this movie. But
Yeah, oh,
like,
it's finally like someone recommends Olive talk to the guidance
yeah,
counselor like this far in it.
yeah, but what does she do? Is she wears the lie between her, like she wears it for a little bit, like she wears every lie, and
Proudly.
that's the point. Yeah, it's like she becomes the punching bag of the school.
I feel like I would so she it's like that thing that I say, she's caring about the people. She cares too much
Hmm.
about everyone around her because has a sense of humanity. I I would lie for you, and that's about it. Anybody else, I'd be like, nah. That's too much. That's too much of an ask.
But there, like, it's like a thing where it's like there are people that will they care a lot about other people, especially the people that they love, and it's like you can tell me this stuff, and I'll like essentially it's like it's you're not taking the blame, but you're like I'll wear it. I'll wear it for you.
Wear
Like
it proudly. Like
yeah, I'll
it's
wear it
like
for
that thing of
you.
like I'll take you to my grave or something like that.
Hmm.
Or like
Yeah.
um just that sense of safety. Like so think about it.
Yeah, it's like a sense of safety. Yeah, that's like the
Yeah,
perfect, yeah, sense of safety. Yeah.
she's helped somebody, not get their ass beat every day
Hmm.
at high school for being gay. That was a thing that
Hmm.
happened, and whenever we grew up, it probably still happens. Hopefully not. Hopefully this world is getting better. I don't know.
I
You
hope.
know,
I hope it is.
I don't know. I hope there is a sense of safety whenever you go to school, and if you are growing up LGBT, I don't know. We're not in high school anymore, but she's helped Brandon, she's helped the guy at the pool because, he obviously was struggling with self-image and like
Hmm.
literally calling himself a fat piece of shit. And then she just continues to help the people that care what people think about them.
Hmm. And she doesn't
And
care. But she doesn't care, but she obviously does care. But she doesn't like, like I like she'll wear that badge of honor for them. But she does also care about how she's portrayed because she knows that's not who she is. She's not. And that's what I. That's why you have her parents because her parents know that's like that. I know you're not doing this stuff. Like, come on. I know you're not doing this stuff. Like,
so let's talk about what you just said, how she knows who she is. so therefore like it doesn't matter what other people like think.
Yeah. Hmm.
She's of course being a teenage girl right now and figuring that out, but even before the movie started playing, you know that this person knows who she is.
Yeah. And I think like when I was rewatching it, I'm like, man, Emma Stone, like I love Amanda Bynes, like I was the same. Like she's the man, all that Amanda Bynes show growing up. Emma Stone to me has more of a commanding screen presence and like than Amanda Bynes. It's not like a fault to Amanda Bynes, but it
Oh
just
no, no,
it
yeah.
was just, to me when I rewatched this, I was like, man, Emma Stone really had it, and Amanda Bynes had it too. But to me, I was like Amanda. I mean, Emma Stone just she has this presence where if I was at this time, and it's weird the way in the beginning how she's billed because at the very end it says and Emma Stone. So she was already being billed as like this. You never you'd always see like actor, and then Al Pacino is in this movie and Al Pacino. Like they're still getting their like main credit. It's weird how she's billed in this. And I didn't really notice it until we rewatched it. And I was like, man, I guess these studios were already considering Emma Stone as she's the future like leading actor. And they were right.
Can I piggyback off of what you're saying a little bit so that way people don't
Hmm.
get mis or people don't
Yeah,
misconstrue what
I'm
you
not
were
saying
saying?
Amanda
Yeah.
Bynes. Love
I
Amanda
think what
Bynes.
you were
Not
meaning
saying it. Yeah.
or not meaning to say, I think what to kind of flesh that out a little bit was
Hmm.
that Emma Stone's performance is so electric and pops
Hmm.
next to an Amanda Bynes that we know is like at that time was like top tier,
And I think
top
yeah.
level comedy. Like
Hmm.
Emma Stone was like kind of like
The
this.
next thing is like the
Like
next thing. And I think Amanda Bynes is more reserved because it's more her character itself is a reserved character because she's a religious person. So it's more
totally.
reserved compared to what Emma Stone is doing. I'm not saying like Amanda Bynes is bad and this is the last thing she did. And obviously Amanda Bynes, you wouldn't have
She
Emma
was
Stone
already
with,
going through stuff
you
doing
wouldn't have
this.
Emma Stone without Amanda Bynes. You wouldn't have that type of actor without Amanda Bynes. Obviously Emma Stone then evolved into five-time Academy Award nominee, like two Oscars, but like,
I have a very hot take about Brie or Ree.
what is it?
I think she's in love with Olive.
Mm.
I think she's the secret lover in this film. I mean, she's in
Mm.
every corner, like analyzing every single thing. I mean, she cares so much about her sex life. Like,
Hmm.
I mean,
Very well could
it's
be.
like
Like she's
it's just a
discovering
theory.
who she is. Yeah, she's discovering that
It's just
maybe,
a
yeah.
theory.
Hmm.
She is
She's
like
jealous of her being with other people.
extremely jealous of her
Hmm.
being with other people and the possibility.
Hmm. This guy had his moment. I forget this actor's name, but he had his moment in this like at Twilight 2008. So it was only 2 years before this. And yeah, I used to watch that Never Back Down movie a lot. I don't know why. It was like it was like
His
street
name
like
is Cam.
kickboxing.
His name is Cam. I might be pronouncing this wrong. Cam
Hmm.
Gigabit. But yeah, I watched Never Back Down a lot too. You kind of just blew my. Can we watch that soon?
Yeah, with the
I
guy
like
that
Never
kind of looked
Back
like
Down.
Tom Cruise.
No, I
They
love
try to
it.
make him like
Yeah, I wonder what happened to him.
interesting that they use like the Grease song here, like
Yeah,
to
where's Ree?
mm,
Boom. There you go. It's like I told you.
yep, yep.
Um, yeah, this is so.
And they did shoot this in Ojai because this is the same strip and the main strip in Ojai. They did shoot this there, so
See, I love how I don't know something about there's something about films filmed on the West Coast that are just like
mm.
I like this. I
It's
like
just
this.
it's like I just like don't know what it is, but I mean again, here you go. There's your cut. What does it cut to? Handheld.
S-
Cuts to handheld.
Yeah, like the ex like caught like
Hmm.
expose kind of thing.
Which is like interesting because what she's doing is a billion times worse than what Emma Stone is doing. She's literally
Oh
sleeping
yeah.
with a student and who's about to wear that badge of honor for what? A little bit, when she's like, you know what? Fuck, I want to fucking tell him. Like,
Rhiannon, the guidance counselor, and I would say this entire student body is being extremely hypocritical right now.
hmm
There's blood on everybody's hands in
hmm
this film. It's not all just on Olive. I mean, Rhiannon wants just to be known as the sex positive and only sexy person in the school. The guidance counselor is literally having sex with a student, and
hmm
you know, Olive gets thrown into this same category, and everyone just starting to have an issue with it. Like, what did she do?
hmm
This kind of thing. But
hmm No, but it's interesting to be like this is your like big moment in the script is like when you have this reveal. And
hmm
now it's like, so like, what does Olive do here? Like, do I continue this lie of like being this person? But this is clearly a billion times worse than what I'm doing. Like, what she is doing is a billion times worse than what I'm doing. But do I wear it because I like her husband as my teacher? Like, I think he's a really nice guy, but I don't want to destroy his life. Do I wear this badge of honor as well?
Well, I mean, it just goes back to the screenplay and how well her character's written. I
Hmm
mean, obviously, her
Yeah.
character is going to care that much to
Yeah.
be like, let me just go ahead and help you because I already have all this other stuff going on.
Yeah, and yeah, you said it goes back to the screenplay, and I think it's like we compare it to Mean Girls, but I think this is, and it's not like a shot to Mean Girls, but I think this is more of like a serious script when it comes to Mean Girls to this. Like this to me is way more high school than Mean Girls is, if that makes sense.
I feel like what you're saying is like it's satire, and this is like
hmm
a more real depiction of like something that could potentially happen.
hmm
Um, it honestly, I don't want to get too deep into this or like make it too heavy of a part of our episode, but I think it's really, really dangerous how this country, I say this country because I don't know what an experience of like growing up as a teen in another country is.
hmm
Um, I think it's really dangerous how this country is continuing to push the line further and further as far as like sexualizing kids and even like social media. I mean, having these 13 to 15-year-olds wanting to look like Kylie Jenner, wanting to be
hmm
like her, the pressure that they have to, you know, thinking of like sex and drinking and smoking weed to be like must do items before you graduate high
hmm
school. They were that's how it felt when we were in school, but
hmm
I can only imagine that age of the 16 to 18 being moved down to 13 to 15, and it absolutely disgusts me.
Yeah,
Like,
and it's attributed to
please.
social media, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. TikTok.
hmm
Please stop this sexualization of like literal kids. And like it's kind of in the screenplay right here. This is a 17-year-old girl. She is not
hmm
18 yet, but literally everybody in town is
Yep.
obsessed with her sexuality.
hmm
Sorry, I didn't
I've
mean to
been
go too
I,
deep. I hope that wasn't too deep for our listeners.
no, not at all. I've
Did
been
you
to this
like that?
bookstore. I loved it though. I loved it. I've been to this bookstore. No,
Well, congratulations. Go get the
no,
Bible. It's right next to Twilight.
it's freaking out. No, it's exactly right. And, like with the age of social media coming into especially this era, and they actually don't really use social media at all in this movie, which is kind of an interesting
Mm-mm.
thing because
It's like a couple flip phones and that's it.
like Facebook and like and her webcam, I guess, but Facebook and like it was Twitter starting. I don't know if it was like Facebook was kind of it was a thing at this point, but they don't really use cell phones that much in this movie either for like texting. But you're right though. Like I could not imagine growing up. We were on the cusp of like not in that era of growing up in social media. I cannot
Hmm.
imagine being in like ninth grade right now. Imagine like not having social media. It would be like, do you even exist? Are you even a person? Do you even go to this school because you don't have Instagram? Like, no, I don't.
I mean, if I can be so real with you, I mean, I have that issue now, just not having
Hmm.
like a TikTok or whatever other fuck
Yeah,
ass
it's like,
apps there are. I mean, I just
hmm
I'll be honest with you, ever since I was like 16 years old, all I've used my phone for is for like texting. I'm not gonna
yeah,
lie. I don't scroll like that, man. I've never
hmm
had that brain.
hmm
And maybe that's why I'm able to sit down and actually watch a freaking movie.
yeah. And some people just can't do that because all they do is look at social media all day, and it's rotted your like it's again you fall into the mob mentality, and I think that's obviously what the Scarlet Letter is. Like you just fall into the mob mentality of believing everybody in the town of what they're saying, believing everybody online of what they're saying about some person. But you don't know that person, so how do you know exactly what they're doing or what they're saying?
Yeah, I
Fred Armisen here, great Fred Armisen.
have you ever seen Portlandia?
A few episodes yet.
Yeah. There's this one I've told you about it before where he plays a it's a gender swap sketch, and
Hmm
they're advancing their sex life and trying some new things, and
hmm
their safe word is cacao, and it's like it's literally Fred Armisen dressed as a woman being like cacao cacao.
hmm
Like it's too good. I have to show you soon, but
hmm
no, yeah, I mean, I feel like Easy A does open up a lot of these conversations. Like that thing I said, this film makes you think. Where I mean, these are facts. She's in high school. She's dealing with everybody calling her um, really, really upsetting things just about this like rumor.
hmm
Um, I mean, we're gonna have kids someday. I don't want my kid to ever have to go through like this kind of situation, but her parents handle it so well. She handles it so well. It's time to start talking about all his parents. Like,
hmm
so we talked about Stanley Tucci a little bit. Let's talk about Patricia Clarkson.
As he's looking at Netflix when they used to send you DVDs to your house. I
The
love
bucket
watching
list,
the
the bucket
scene.
list.
The fucking But for those listening,
I love
hey,
that they're
if you're
physical
if
media
you're only like
collectors.
if you're a young person listening to this, Netflix used to send you DVDs you could pick DVDs. They would send you to your house and you can watch them on DVD. And they
Get to
did
pick
eventually go to Blu-ray.
five.
You got to pick five, and they did eventually go to Blu-ray, but then they stopped. But yes, Netflix used to send physical media to you to watch.
I was just gonna say Patricia Clarkson has range.
Hmm
We've known her from a couple things. What would you say would be her most like, I guess, critically acclaimed role, and then looking at her in this?
I mean, what I had most known her for is Miracle. She plays uh Kurt Russell's wife in Miracle. I mean, she's not even in
Yeah,
that much of that movie, but I
yeah.
mean, she's been a long time actor. Probably one of she's like one of those people where you see her, you're like, man, she's just good in everything she is, but she'll never get the credit because it's just she's not an A-list star. But
Mm-hmm.
it's like a thing where it's like, she's gonna show up every day, give you her all, and it's perfect. And
The
I think
bucket list, the
they're
bucket list.
yeah, the fucking list. But like it's their dynamic, especially like it's a comfort of no matter where she is in that household and no matter the conversation she's having with her parents, they're never combative. It's always just like a you just tell me when
Non-judgmental,
you just tell me when you're
supportive.
ready to talk because
Yeah.
we're gonna watch the bucket list right now.
Well,
R.I.P. Rob Reiner. R.I.P. Rob Reiner.
the RIP Rob Reiner. The really important thing I think for millennials is that those parents felt like your parents, and like it's almost like a fantasy draft of like what you'd want your parents to be like
Hmm.
non-support or non-judgmental and supportive.
Hmm.
And I, we don't know people's upbringing, going into, meeting them. Seeing parents depicted like that is probably like, man, this is a movie because like my parents are like that, or like,
Yeah.
man, it's just they make this film feel more comforting, and that's important
Hmm.
with all these allegations around about Olive. Um,
No, but it
but
makes
I'm
sense because her parents are gonna like it to Olive, like she knows that her parents will never. I mean,
yeah,
it's not like
yeah.
she's not committing murder. So it's like she knows that they would never see her that way. Even if she was doing this stuff, they'd be like, "That's okay.
That was a
That's
mistake.
cool. That's
Yeah, it
cool.
is a
I guess.
mistake.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool. I guess." Like,
That was a choice or whatever they say.
yeah.
But
Hmm.
Stanley Tucci literally says it. He goes, I would take a bullet for you. And
Yeah.
that's the biggest like thing
Hmm.
of like expression of love. Like be like telling someone like, dude,
Yeah.
I'd
Like
take a
it's your
bullet for
child. Like
you.
I would take a bullet for my child. That's my
Yeah.
child. Like,
Oh no, my child.
oh no, my child. Not my child.
Um Yeah, I'm really excited to get into the next part of this movie because we're going to be getting into theme, and I'm really
Hmm.
excited to pick your brain about the theme of this movie. I mean, we've been talking for a good chunk of this film. I I would say that in in our conversations that we've had about the dark raunchy comedy being a dead avenue for filmmaking.
Hmm.
I am very grateful that we got movies like this growing up.
Hmm.
And I feel I'm not being like an asshole when I'm saying this, but I feel bad for this generation that's, graduating this year that
Hmm.
doesn't get a movie like this coming out. That's like, man, that really registers with me. That was made for me. This is a movie
Hmm.
for me. Because whenever these films came out, like Easy A and Super Bad, we're like, oh, this is for me. Like this is a movie for
Hmm.
me.
Hmm.
And there's nothing like that right now. I mean,
This is like our generation of movies. Like this is the time when our generation needed these movies. It's like these movies fit perfectly into your life. The only thing I will say about this movie is you do not need Penn Badge's character at all for this movie to work. You could literally
he
delete him and nothing changes. Like,
he's literally a
no offense to
uh
him. There's no offense to him. But you literally could just delete his character and nothing changes.
he's a
Like,
kiss on the cheek,
yeah.
if that's a good way to talk about like
It's supposed to be like there's sometimes those are studio notes where it's like they're like we need a character that is like can see her for who she really is and that isn't her parents.
and we'll get into that whenever it comes
Hmm.
to theme because that's a very important part of what is about to happen in Olive's
Hmm.
advancement of like, continuing her lies. She even tries to tell this guy straight up. She's like, that's not how this works, and I've
Yeah,
been
this guy
lying
gets
to
very
everybody.
aggressive here. He gets very
Mm,
aggressive here. But I think that's what's the point. It's like especially like the male is getting very aggressive with her and is like I don't understand like and again like if he did do this and she's like oh yeah I'll say we did this he'd be considered so cool with his friends and in school
hmm
but the way he treats her here is completely so shitty so aggressive and he doesn't respect her in any way and she's finally right here being like, no, you know what? Fuck you. And you give me like a Home Depot gift card. Get the fuck out of here. That's what I would say. A Home Depot.
Yeah,
Like
for
he gets
me,
very aggressive here. Like I didn't. I forgot when we were watching it. I was like, damn, this is like a really aggressive scene here. Like he's really grabbing her.
Well, it has to get real for Olive
Hmm.
in order for her to like understand like this can get dangerous for you if
Yeah,
you
it's getting
just
to a point like, yeah. Hmm.
continue to there has to be that sense of danger in the screenplay for it to be I mean, yes. So Penn Badgley is like a little kiss on the cheek whenever it
Yeah.
comes to this movie.
Hmm.
Necessarily like maybe don't need him. But he is like let me kind of try to rationalize with you in my head. For me, this isn't even for our listeners. This is for me.
Hmm.
What you mean by that is I think he's like a copy paste of Olive. I
Yeah.
think
Like he's the
just like
male, like
Olive,
a male version, I guess. Yeah. Hmm.
he doesn't care about what his peers think.
Hmm.
He's just having a great time. He's genuine. He's everything that Olive is. But I think the way that I mean that he's a copy paste is that his feelings are never altered by everything going on around Olive, or like he just doesn't put weight in it. And like
Hmm.
he knows who she is,
Yeah.
and she knows that he
Yeah.
feels
It's
that
like
way, just like her
seeing on the
parents,
same
just like
level.
her
You're seeing it
parents.
on the same level. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, and we're gonna talk about that because that is a really big part too of like the theme of this film that I'm really excited to tell our younger listeners about and like kind of hopefully give them a sense of like maybe things like aren't really good in their lives right now. Maybe they're watching this as a comfort film and wanting to
Hmm.
watch it with people and
But
we'll
also
break
very, oh, sorry, we'll break it down.
no. Yeah, we'll
I
break
just
it
wanted
all
to break.
down.
I wanted to break it down what happened there when it first started, and she was crying. The camera was like outside the car in front of them, but then when she
Hmm.
realized that he was like seeing her for who she was, the camera then went into the car, and they were smiling close up at each other. And it's again very simple film techniques. Very simple film techniques. All you have to do is just move the camera. It's very
We
simple.
we have been doing this for a very long time. You can always tell me to shut the hell up. Stop talking about story to break down
But
filmmaking. This
it
is
went.
a
It
commentary
was.
podcast
It
after
was like
all.
perfect what you were saying too, because like they were on the same level. It literally the camera, their eye line was the same level. It was literally the same level. The camera went into the same level. Like, look, it's right now. It's the camera. Like we're in the car. We're out. Like we're with them because she's seeing. And I get it. It's like I said, like you could literally delete this character and nothing changes in this movie, and that's true. But at
And
the
then we
same,
was
it's
talking about it. Are we
yeah,
shining right now?
yeah. We're shining.
Are
We're
we
shining.
shining? I'm
But again,
forgetting
sometimes
it.
you just you have those studio notes where it's like you need a character that's on her level, that's in her grade. Like you
He's
need
a
to have
copy
that.
paste.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
I feel like Todd represents the inner, like, I know who I
It's like
am.
her self-conscious is like him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a Jiminy Cricket.
Yeah. Yeah. He's keeping her
I'm
journal
trying to
entries.
like a sidekick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Almost like a Mushu, like in
Yeah. Hmm.
Mulan, like kind of
Hmm.
thing. Like he does serve as a
He sees
sidekick in
through the
this third
facade.
act.
He sees through the facade. He's like, I know that's not you. You're just
Yeah. And
I know
even
who
what he
you are.
says, he
Yeah.
says he was like, I remember where all the cool people live. She was like, she
Yeah.
was like, how do you know where I live? I remember all the cool people in my life. He's like,
Hmm.
I know all of this stuff feels really heavy, but does it? Like that was that whole conversation in the car.
Hmm.
Is
And you have the what happened right before too. She's with another guy that was super aggressive with her,
mhm.
and now she feels comfortable with him.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
to have pretty quick body contact with with another person quickly
Hmm.
after that. She let her guard down, but
Hmm.
what would you say for 30-year-old something dudes that they take really serious that maybe they could take a step back and be like, does it have to be that serious?
Um,
Or
I think
do adults in general. We can just do adults in general
I think
too.
adults in general too. It's like for me, I think a lot of it attributes to it probably is social media in general. Like this stuff isn't serious. It's not serious. Like if you really understood a lot of those people that are high-end social media influencers and like the amount of work they do to, I don't want to go too deep, but the work they do to attribute this facade of who they are in real life, you'd be very surprised and kind of probably like, wow, I kind of like my life after you see how they are. And I think that's what kind of what this movie is saying is like, it's okay to have, it's okay to have a normal life. It's okay to have a normal life. Like,
So my answer is kind of, it leads up to the same thing. Get your hands
mhm.
out of your purse. Sorry, I'm just quoting the movie. Um,
Get your hands out of your purse.
he says purse, but in the closed caption it says berries. That's probably a
Interesting.
change to the
Interesting, yeah.
screenplay. That's probably
Hmm.
a change from the screenplay. Um,
Hmm.
what I was gonna say is that something that I think, kind of 30 millennial adults take very seriously, that does it have to be that serious, is we have been I don't want to get too deep into it as well. I kind of want to just keep things nice and light and very, very fun. I think in our young part of our 30s, in the early half of our 30s, there is this sense of like doom and gloom over, oh no, I don't have a house. I don't have my dream car. I don't have the amount of kids that I said I was going to have yet. I don't
Hmm.
have enough in my 401k. I don't have the dream job yet. There's this um I'm so behind on my life and my goals and my dreams. I know that there's like a very historic part of like the times that we are living in right now, but
Hmm.
also in the same side of that, like we're all still like super young, and I don't feel like materialistic things matter as much as, like, say, like social media like says
Hmm.
they should be mattering. Like I don't think like I don't think you gain anything from having superficial material things. I think
Hmm.
what truly is like the goal in life is like finding the people who like know you. So
Yeah.
now let's get into the theme that everyone Olive is trying to explain herself to, is it's all falling on deaf ears.
Hmm.
But who is it not for? Mr. Griffith, Brandon, Todd, her parents. Why? Because they know her.
They
You
know
have to
her.
find the
Yeah.
people that know you. And that, for me, is what makes you the most rich in life. You find one
Hmm.
person who knows you and you know them.
Hmm.
You're the richest
That's all you
person in the
need.
world. You're the
That's all
happiest
you
person
need.
in the world.
Hmm. That's all you need. Like
I,
you don't need to have like when I had like when like at this time like during Facebook era like early
mm,
2010s and you had what? Like you'd have like 900 friends. Do I know 900 people? No. I
this is gonna
do
be
I
a
talk?
really,
No.
really interesting concept for like a 16-year-old to be like,
Yeah.
"Are
Only
you
900?
telling me
I have
I'm not gonna have?
3,000.
Are you not gonna? Am I not gonna talk to any of these people when I get older?"
No.
I feel like it's a natural thing for like your friend circle to get smaller and smaller and smaller as you get older.
That's what your parents tell you is like, hey, when you get older, you're probably only going to talk to like three or four people like normally, and sometimes it'd be one person. You only talk to like one or two people. Like that's just how it is. You
I
don't have
think
this 17 friends you had in high school. When you get to 37 years old, maybe you have two, one. Like, but
I
it's not like
think
it's not a thing to be like sad about. It's like these are just the two people that I trust, or this is the
no,
one
get
person that I
excited.
trust.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
get really, really excited for that, because guess what? The conversations are insane, and you
yeah.
really do know everything about each other, and
Hmm.
there's really not much left
Yeah, it's like you just
to
I you know you get it's kind of tiring to have that many friends. It's like there's a lot of people that I have to keep up with. Also, I want to shout out Malcolm McDowell, the principal in this movie
Oh
from
yeah, he's in
Clockwork
Halloween. He's in
Orange.
Rob Zombie's
Yeah.
Halloween. Yeah. It's so funny how like we know these actors from different
Hmm.
things.
You also know him from
Um
Entourage, but
I this whole pep rally thing, this is Olive laying in the theme here. Hey, you're gonna misunderstand me, and I'm
Hmm.
okay with it now, but just know I'm gonna like make an absolute like embarrassment out of you. Because this is what
Hmm.
you wanted. I'm giving you what you want.
Yeah. You're embracing it. Like you're wearing the scarlet. Like look at all the red on her. You're
I
wearing the
love
scarlet letter.
this whole sequence. It's so fun. He really
There's
is
something
her
like a good like
mascot.
a high school gymnasium. Mine look like this. Mine look exactly like this.
Oh
High school
yeah.
gym. Hmm. Looks exactly like this.
Oh man. I
With the
remember
bleachers that pull out but then close.
yeah, they pull him out for like the pep rallies and the games.
Hmm. Hmm.
But she
They all fold
fully
up.
I feel like the corset which I feel like this look, she's worn like elements of it throughout the film, and then like finally it's like utilized as like her superhero costume because she puts on the
Yeah.
pantyhose and the heels, and she's like, "This is what you think I am." This is like a very sultry, burlesque bedroom look, and this is what her classmates think of her.
Hmm.
And it looks ridiculous here. Not in like it looks bad
Yeah.
on Emma Stone. It looks ridiculous in this setting. So she's like pointing that out.
It's like a thing where it's like you guys all want to talk about me, the like this is how I look. Well, here it is, and you don't want to see it. So now I'm showing you what you think I am, but you don't want to see it. And it's great. It's great.
It starts to kind of wrap up here with the song that started at the beginning. Another great thing
Hmm.
starts with the webcam, ends with the webcam.
And you finally see the webcam as it ends.
Yeah, finally see the webcam. Yeah, I guess before the film ends, the last thing that I want to say to our listeners was that the people that know who you are,
Hmm.
and the people who don't, they don't fucking matter. And
Yeah.
that's why this film is awesome.
And she chose the people that she knows that know who she is. And I guess that's why you have Penn Badgley's character. But
Dang, man, this was the Millennial Icon series is way different than the other ones, and
Mhm.
it's just so
But
great.
hey, who would have thought in 2010 that she would go on to have two Academy Awards for Best Actress and as the leading role?
When a deep cut, uh, I'm gonna make myself look so silly. Pat showed me La La Land for the first time. How long did I cry? It was like 15 minutes.
Mm,
It
yeah,
was
maybe
pretty.
50,
It was
10,
pretty
15
bad,
minutes.
right?
10,
Yeah. You
15
like look
minutes.
over, and my face was like this. It was like.
Oh,
It
yeah,
used
there
to
was
make me laugh so much when you threw the ice cream cone.
that. I
Oh
mean, I guess it's
shoot.
like this kind of is like I mean, they're obviously referencing a lot of John Hughes movies, but it's a different I think the 2000s and 20 like early 2010s like this was like the last era of like a the 80s had a John Hughes vibe and this era had a raunchy comedy vibe that eventually dies away. Like it's just like that's just how film genres are. I mean,
What is he watching that on, Pat? Is that a laptop?
it has to be a laptop or it's a portable DVD player. I don't know which is which. When he's watching Huckleberry and Finn, Adventures of Huck and Fared. Well, yeah, here, I mean, you got to pay a lot for this fucking song, so
Oh yeah. Did you know that David Bowie skipped out on that song?
he passed on it. Yeah,
Yeah, he passed on it.
yeah. I think he did fine for himself though.
Oh no, no, I wasn't saying like that was like some definitive thing.
I think there's a lot
But
of artists that pass on that song, actually.
yeah, but I was like I was just more of like imagine Bowie like singing that song kind of thing.
Yeah,
Damn son,
I mean,
another one in the books.
yeah.
Another one in the
Easy
fucking
A.
books. Here, should we drop a hint before we stop recording? for
Oh
our
yeah,
next Millennial Icon series,
we
maybe?
might. We
Drop
might
a hint.
drop a hint that the lead actress is in the film.
There you go. Chicken, chicken, yeah, chicken.
Chicken, yeah, what?
What?
But I think that was hey, that was an easy A, as they would say in class. Boo. All right, I'll end it there. This podcast is hosted and edited by Pat Brennan. That's me, with intro and closing music by Patrick Baxter.